Rules! Number 10! Manaria Friends is a spin-off to some fantasy anime that I haven't seen and don't really give a shit about, but that's not important. What is important is that this is one of the most relaxing series of the year, with some genuinely heartfelt emotional highs and lows that come from the main couple. We get to watch their feelings slowly develop in this quiet, atmospheric, peaceful universe where lesbian dragons fall in love with humans. Now, my only criticism for the show is that it took so long to develop their romance that...
Actually...
Sorry, do you mind?
Actually...
What the fuck do you want to talk about?
The show isn't actually a romance anime.
What do you mean it's not a romance? How could it possibly... Are you even watching? Do you even see what I see? How is it not a romance?
Well, it's more of just a friendship with some gay undertones, cause you know, that's a thing they do in Japan.
So... You're telling me they're not gay? Man, the show's fucking gay as fuck. Fine! What immediately grabbed my eye, and probably yours in the few seconds you've seen of Rilakkuma to Kaoru-san, is how different it looks from most anime being made today. Fortunately for the series, its visuals actually serve to enhance its cozy slice of life setting, lulling the viewers into the comfy atmosphere of your typical kids show, before beating your head in with painful reality, with shit like how all of Kaoru's friends abandoned her, or this kid being neglected by his family, or the time she wastes all her money on online shopping so she can dream of giving head to her hot mailman. Like, what the fuck? Don't get me wrong, this is still a kids show, but seeing these mature elements interwoven so efficiently into episodes that last a mere 10 minutes was both impressive and appreciated. So well done, Netflix, you didn't ruin anime in 2019. Aside from that time when you completely did. Is good. 7. Here's a show that I'm sure most of you forgot even aired in 2019 at all, but Run with the Wind is a sports anime about one of the few sports that I've ever done, and its understanding of running culture was spot on. The series has rivalries, but they don't matter nearly as much as a team working together and supporting each other, in the hope that one day, maybe they won't be fat pieces of shit. This prince guy is you, a beta cuck faggot too scared to even try running. But just look at how completely overjoyed everyone was when he was finally able to finish the track meet at a time that wasn't complete dick. Look at these fuckos wondering why his teammates even care, because they haven't seen his growth. Do you think he cares? No, because he's just accomplished a phenomenal personal achievement. It doesn't matter what anyone else says or does, he pushed himself and can see an improvement in his body. Letting a beta bitch like myself see this growth was amazing, motivating me to exercise for a brief period of time, and for that I thank the series. 6. What? Apply what I just said, but with cute girls. Also, throw that OP on your running playlist if you haven't already. It's number 5! Let me bring you back. Back to a time when I was still an artist who liked to strike the blood. I enjoyed a lot of garbage, but some of the shows I saw were actually somewhat competently put together. and the 90s Berserk anime was one of them. No, it was something more. I can still vividly remember a time where I marathoned 20 episodes of the show in one sitting. Those were some good times. There's nothing quite as reassuring and heartwarming as Berserk. Then, boy oh boy, I was given one of the best presents ever. The promise of a new Berserk anime. I was excited. Who wasn't? We all had the memories. We all knew how special it was. What could possibly go wrong?
It's fucking CG.
Okay, so I lied about there being a new Berserk anime. They only ever made one in the 90s. But if they ever had given us that promised sequel to make the ending not the worst case of blue balling I've ever experienced, then I imagine what you would watch would be similar to an episode of Vinland Saga. And if that's not enough of a reason to watch this Viking story, you can take your shitty idea of a good show and enjoy being sacrificed in the eclipse. Unlike Berserk, Vinland Saga allowed you to come. That final episode is the greatest ending to a first season I've ever had in my life. It both concluded all of the established story arcs, while leaving me wanting more, letting me be content with how the series wrapped up, while still eagerly awaiting a sequel. So, Attack on Titan Studio, don't fuck this up. Give me season 2, don't make me wait 20 years for it, and don't make a complete ass. That's all I ask. It's 4! What makes Dr. Stone special is that absolutely nothing in the show is special. Every single achievement that the characters earn comes from months of slowly toiling over every single detail in whatever contraption they make in the hope of one day, maybe, returning humanity to its former glory. It's a perfect shonen series because there's no mid-fight, I must get stronger bullshit power-up. Instead, the joy comes from the months of preparation that led to that small power-up's completion. You can easily get immersed in the joy of even the slightest progress, so the series can take as long as it wants to tell its story without feeling like it's slowing down. Combine that with an ingenious premise and there you go, that's a weekend's entertainment sorted. 3! I'm making a video to a thing I wrote a while ago about sex and media, and I swear to God if the show had come out at the time the whole script would have been about it. Arabaru Kisetsu no Otome-domo yo. Fucking weep. Trash. It's the best series you could find about sex because it comes, pun intended, from a medium that fucks up, pun intended, the presentation of sex so much. So... No, please. What are you doing? You're better than this. You're definitely better than this. Who even has this fetish? What makes the show stand out from its vast wave of contemporaries is that while the series is undeniably sexual, there is absolutely nothing erotic about the sex that's present. It's a clunky portrayal of awkward teenagers trying their best to fit in and understand romance through an area of their life that both intrigues and terrifies the cast. Also, this girl's a kind of lesbian who actually asked this girl out and she rejected her. Man, this is a load of bollocks. I just want to see anime girls make out. I thought something like that would come up here. Pun intended. Here's a gem that I doubt you even heard of. The girl from the other side, Siúil. The thing about Siúil is I'm Irish, so I know I'm pronouncing it correctly when I say that. As for the anime, it's a 10-minute short film with no dialogue. But you've seen its charming and fantastical animation by now. You know that you should watch it the moment this video ends. It's only 10 minutes long. That's so short that I'm going to stop talking about it already so you don't end up watching the whole thing here. Just watch it, don't be a cunt. On!
Shinichiro Watanabe made a musical Yuri in space.
If Watanabe's name means nothing to you, what he's worked on will definitely impress you. Cowboy Bebop, Samurai Champloo, and Space Dandy are some of the most iconic anime and should be shows you've at least heard of if you have any class. Now, the one thing that everyone knows about this guy is how much of a music buff he is. Everything he's worked on has always had a stellar soundtrack, from Yoko Kanno's iconic jazz accompaniment to Bebop, to the lo-fi legend Nujabes providing the soundtrack to every analysis video, to that other time he made a musical that nobody watched. This guy knows his shit when it comes to music. Even knowing that going in, I was not expecting just how great this show would be as a musical. Each episode of Carol and Tuesday has a completely original song, sometimes more, that are all executed with a level of quality so high and with such a variety of musical genres that I wouldn't be ashamed listening to the soundtrack in public. It does help that the lyrics are in English, which leads to my only major complaint about the show. My god, does it look awkward when they sing. It has this weird uncanny valley effect that stems from it being beautifully animated while never quite looking fully in sync. Fortunately, this is my only major criticism of the show. Also, the villain was very transparently a Trump clone. And I'm not just saying that because she has his character design. She's a politician that wants to deport all the illegal aliens back to Earth.
Most likely Mexico.
So, those are the only real complaints, but when compared to how great the music is, and how original the story is, adding character interactions that you'd never see in anime. Like this guy's ex-wife being an actual character who's on good terms with her old lover. This is already an interesting and underrepresented character dynamic, but you throw in the fact that she's a lesbian now? What a great way to show this guy's backstory, as well as foreshadow the lesbian romance between Carol and they made her canonically straight. Fuck this gay shit of not any gay shit. What the fuck? Was it you? Was it you sick bastard? You already refused to simulcast a show that would have certainly been a hit if you let it build momentum with the weebs before reaching normie ears through their autistic friends, instead of insisting on shoving your marathon viewing practices down everyone's throats. Then you made me wait a couple of weeks for you to release half the show. Keep in mind that if I pirated it, I could have finished it weeks ago. Then you wait until Christmas Eve to give me the rest. Fuck you, Netflix. Ruined anime again. Suck a fat show, you cunt. Fuck this gay shit, or lack thereof. I'm picking a new number one.
One! Again!
Well, this is certainly a show that exists. I think I'm gonna stop watching anime now.
Wow! This is retarded! What the hell were you thinking?
Weeks ago.
Oh boy, the graphics,
That's
so
common.
good, that's so high, that's so graphics, 3D, that's more than 1D, that's more than 2D, it's 3D, almost 4D, not quite.
Oh yeah, this is fine.